Hey, Yaban. Collen Malatji, what are you saying, my man? Collen Malatji is exposing Julius Malema's corruption. He's saying Julius Malema is using a baby, newborn baby's name to create corruption in Limpopo. Collen Malatji, the EFF is the most corrupt organization. Even wherever metros they are running, they are the most corrupt. Wherever they are leading, the structures are breaking apart, they are corrupt. What about the recent issues of your structures in KZN being reshuffled? What about the structures of Gauteng being reshuffled? Which party is actually reshuffling? Which party is actually collapsing? What about all the corruption scandals the world has ever seen from the ANC? What corruption can you expose about the CIC and the EFF? But listen to this man.
On the laying of charges, you know, a corrupt organization like the EFF, led by corrupt CIC, goes and lays charges to protect about something that is not there. I'm saying that leader of the EFF, even today, we still don't know how he survived the case of money laundering, a case of corruption, a case of using a trust fund of his son, you know, a child born, given a name is named for institution that will be utilized to steal from the poor in Limpopo. Now, the EFF is the last organization to speak about corruption, but the Private Protectors are a good institution. They must go there and do whatever, they must investigate, and we are clear that they'll get the right answers. But they don't have the credibility, the EFF, to be the ones that are seen to be respecting the constitution of the country or they are of high value. We know even in municipalities where they are given responsibility to govern, they've collapsed them. Now, it's the last organization to worry about them. We're not even worried about them. They must do what they do best. We'll also be on them. We know there are things very soon we'll be opening case against them also. It means the EFF and the Youth League will be busy in police stations very soon. On the opening of cases, it's a good question. Then EFF going to open the case to the Private Protector or reporting, they will rather join hands and will push pressure on the state to open a case against AfriForum. I fully agree. What AfriForum is doing, it's a crisis. They want to collapse this country, utilizing all elements to destroy what South Africa has been built for, going against the unity and the principles and the values that we are doing to build this country. Now, then people focusing on other things that don't matter. We must be focusing on how do we push back elements in AfriForum who want to take us back to apartheid. Thanks. On the issue of Donald Trump withdrawing funds, it's unfortunate, you know, because those funds, a lot of people depend on them. HIV and AIDS was a big crisis in this country. We would have wanted them to be engaged, and that we need all the support in this country, especially now when we are facing fiscal problems, and especially now with the high level of inequality and the problems we are facing with the slow growing economy. We can't afford a situation whereby some of the funds are moved back. I think the president of the country and the minister, we've got a very fast minister who's young, Comrade Amola. He must go and try to engage the embassy, everybody else. Let's do everything in our power to secure the little that we have. AfriForum, Donald Trump offered them refugee camps there in the USA. We're ready to release them, that they must go. But they know they're living better in South Africa. They will never agree to go and stay in the USA supported by Donald Trump, because here in South Africa, they own 87% of the land. Now, they want to threaten us with Donald Trump, knowing very well that they're the biggest beneficiary of land theft here in this country. Now, if AfriForum doesn't want to work with us to build this nation and unite everyone, they are free to leave and go to the USA. But if they want to work with us, they must come and engage the Youth League. They must not rush to the USA. They must come and engage the Youth League here, and we engage with them on how best we can make sure that we restructure, we distribute the land, they assist us to also restructure the economy to benefit majority. If they truly love South Africa, they must play a role to assist us to resolve the socio-economic problems caused by apartheid, which they are beneficiaries of. Now, when our doors are open here in the Laos, then them taking a flight, going to the USA, which will not assist them with anything, they must urgently come to Laos and engage with the ANC and say that how best can we make sure that because Afrikaners have nowhere else to go than being in South Africa. I'm sure a lot of Afrikaners don't want to associate with AfriForum anymore. The only place where Afrikaners are free to exist is in South Africa. Now, they don't exist in the USA. There's no Afrikaners in the USA. They're here in South Africa. Now, I'm sure by now, many Afrikaners who love South Africa will not agree with what AfriForum is doing. We're saying Afrikaners must rise everywhere and fight for a non-racial society and fight that the gains of democracy must not be reversed. AfriForum must not be utilized to put blacks and whites against each other when the ANC has worked overtime to unite and build one nation in this country. Now, we're inviting all Afrikaners who are ready to engage with us on our economic issues that we're engaging on how to distribute the wealth of this country. They must come forward and we're ready to engage with them. Thank you.
Collen Malatji. Yeah, yo. These are the future young leaders of South Africa, according to the ANC. These are the brilliant best of the best youth representatives in the ANC. They talk like this. They act like this. They are sure of the things they're saying like this. They throw accusations like this. And they speak like this. And they get praised to be like this. They get worshipped to be like this. People laugh at the people they talk about, but they praise them like this. These are the best of the best youth that is left in the ANC. This is a youth league leader in the ANC. This has to be the best. This one is the best. This guy. What are you saying about corruption, my man? Because you're speaking so fast. I think he has to speak slow sometimes. So we didn't hear by the son, the child birth, the newborn, the born new child. What were you saying there? Like, that one we need to understand, because I think it's interesting. If there's corruption about the CIC, about child birth, newborn child's name, that we need to know. I want to know, because I don't know about that. I want to know. Anyone who has information about that story, about newborn child's name, corruption by the CIC using his name to create corruption, please explain what is that scandal. I want to know. I want to know, because even I don't know what he's talking about, and I want to know, what did the CIC do with child newborn name? Newborn child name corruption. Collen Malatji. Yo. Man. Collen Malatji. Collen Malatji is the best youth leaguer ever in the ANC, according to them. Cadre deployment. This is cadre deployment. Yeah. Until the most corrupt political party. The EFF can be corrupt all it wants, but the most corrupt West Part Kulumuntu, who is representing the ANC, with all the corruption scandals exposed about the ANC, you are saying this, Collen Malatji? Yeah. Politics will make you say things. Singing for supper so bad, trying to seek relevance so bad, sometimes it's not good, because it knows Collen Malatji. Even though whatever he's saying might be true, or maybe there's something to investigate, but because he's not convincing and he has lost credibility to be a trustworthy leader, he lied. He said, hey, Ramaphosa, we're going to remove you in power. We're going to march to your office, Pretoria, and take you out of power if you don't create 1,000 jobs. He was lying to the youth of South Africa, Santin, when they were marching, Panyaza. He promised to take a march to the office of the president. Ramaphosa didn't create any jobs. Did he march? So why must we believe him now? Why? Once you lose credibility once, it's hard to gain it, my man. Collen Malatji? Collen Malatji is nothing. Leave Collen Malatji out of politics, my friend. He is a talking person. He's not a politician. He's not a leader. Wabulela fela da man. But it is what it is. Thank you very much.